Have you ever noticed how some people seem to stay active, sharp, and full of life well into their 70s and beyond, while others struggle with energy, mobility, or memory? It's easy to assume it all comes down to luck or genetics, but the truth is, there are specific habits that make all the difference. And here's the surprising part. Only about 5% of seniors can do these 5 things after 70. But the good news, you can absolutely be part of that 5%. And today, I'm going to show you how. Now, before we dive in, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you really thought about how you move? I don't mean just walking to the kitchen or bending down to tie your shoe. I mean moving with purpose, stretching, strengthening, and challenging your body just a little bit each day. If you haven't, don't worry. You're not alone. But the first key to staying strong, independent, and full of energy well past 70 is something called functional movement. Functional movement is all about keeping your body strong and flexible for everyday activities, getting out of a chair easily, reaching for something on a high shelf, or even just maintaining good posture. The problem is, as we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, and if we're not actively working to maintain it, simple movements become harder. This is why you see so many seniors struggling with balance, taking smaller steps, or even feeling unsteady on their feet. But here's the exciting part, this doesn't have to happen to you. Studies show that even small amounts of daily movement, like squats using a chair, stretching your arms overhead, or practicing standing on one foot for balance, can drastically improve your strength and mobility. And you don't need to spend hours in a gym to see the benefits. In fact, something as simple as getting up from a chair without using your hands can be a powerful test of your strength and a great exercise in itself. Now, let's talk about something that's just as important as movement: mental sharpness. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went in there? Or struggled to remember someone's name, even though it was just on the tip of your tongue? It happens to all of us from time to time, but after 70, keeping your mind sharp becomes just as critical as keeping your body strong. And here's a secret. Most people don't realize that your brain needs exercise just as much as your muscles do. Think of your brain like a garden. If you don't tend to it, watering it, pulling out the weeds, planting new seeds, it becomes overgrown, dull, and sluggish. But if you challenge it daily, it stays vibrant, sharp, and full of life. The best way to do this? Learning something new. And no, this doesn't mean you have to go back to school or study complicated subjects. It can be as simple as trying a new hobby, learning a few words in a different language, or even using your non-dominant hand for simple tasks like brushing your teeth. One of the most powerful ways to keep your brain sharp is through social engagement. Conversations, laughter, and sharing stories are like fertilizer for your mind. That's why seniors who regularly interact with others, whether it's through community activities, phone calls with family, or even chatting with a neighbor, tend to have better cognitive health than those who isolate themselves. So if you've been spending more time alone lately, this is your gentle reminder to pick up the phone, join a local group, or simply start a conversation with someone new. Now that we've covered how movement and mental stimulation can keep you feeling young, let's talk about something that ties them both together. One of the biggest secrets to staying healthy and independent after 70 is something many people don't think about until it starts causing problems: balance. And I don't just mean physical balance, though that's a huge part of it. I mean the balance between movement and rest, activity and recovery, effort and ease. Let's start with physical balance, because this is where a lot of people get into trouble without realizing it. Have you ever noticed that your stance has changed over the years? Maybe you take shorter steps, or you feel a little hesitant on uneven ground. That's because as we age, our balance naturally declines, unless we actively work to keep it strong. Here's something most people don't know. Balance isn't just about your legs. It involves your core, your vision, even your inner ear. That's why seniors who stop challenging their balance by only walking on flat surfaces, avoiding stairs, or hesitating to move in certain ways can suddenly find themselves at higher risk for falls. But here's the good news: balance can be trained, just like any other skill. A simple way to improve balance: stand on one foot while brushing your teeth. Or try something called the heel-to-toe walk. Imagine you're walking on a tightrope, placing one foot directly in front of the other. Just a few minutes a day of balance exercises can make a world of difference. And the best part, the more you do it, the more confident you feel moving through the world. But balance isn't just physical. There's also the balance between activity and recovery, which is something we don't always pay enough attention to. Have you ever pushed yourself too hard one day? Maybe doing housework, running errands, or even exercising, only to feel exhausted for days afterward? That's because recovery is just as important as movement. After 70, the body needs more time to repair and rebuild. That doesn't mean you should slow down completely. It just means listening to your body and giving it what it needs. That could be as simple as getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, or even taking a few moments each day to sit quietly and breathe deeply. In fact, deep breathing is one of the simplest yet most powerful things you can do for your health. It lowers stress, improves oxygen flow, and even helps with digestion. And speaking of digestion, let's talk about something that plays a major role in how you feel every single day: your gut health. Most people don't realize just how connected the gut is to everything else in the body. Your digestion, your immune system, even your mood all trace back to the health of your gut. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have endless energy while others always feel sluggish? A lot of that has to do with what's happening in their gut. If your digestion isn't working properly, your body struggles to absorb the nutrients it needs, which can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and even aches and pains. The good news? You don't need a complicated diet to support your gut. Simple changes like eating more fiber, drinking enough water, and adding probiotic-rich foods like yogurt or fermented vegetables can make a huge difference. And here's a tip. One of the best things you can do for your gut health is to chew your food more thoroughly. Sounds simple, right? But most people don't chew nearly enough, which makes digestion harder and robs the body of valuable nutrients. Now that we've talked about movement, balance, and gut health, let's move on to something that ties them all together in the most powerful way. If there's one thing that ties everything together, movement, balance, digestion, and longevity, it's mindset. Yes, your thoughts, attitude, and daily habits play just as big a role in your health as diet and exercise. In fact, studies have shown that people who have a positive outlook on aging live, on average, 7.5 years longer than those who don't. That's not just a small difference, it's a game changer. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who, despite their age, still radiates energy and excitement for life? Maybe they're always trying new things, staying curious, and finding joy in everyday moments. And then, on the other hand, you've probably met people who seem to have given up, who believe that aging means slowing down, feeling tired, or accepting discomfort as inevitable. The truth is, your body responds to what you believe. If you tell yourself you're getting weaker, stiffer, or more forgetful, your brain listens. But if you tell yourself you're capable, strong, and adaptable, your body will rise to the occasion. This is why keeping your mind engaged and your heart open to new experiences is one of the most powerful things you can do for your health. Learning something new, stepping out of your comfort zone, even laughing more often, these small shifts add up in ways you can't imagine. Did you know that laughter actually lowers stress hormones, improves circulation, and even helps with pain management? It's true. Something as simple as watching a funny movie, sharing a joke with a friend, or even forcing yourself to smile can trick your brain into releasing feel-good chemicals. And let's not forget one of the biggest predictors of long-term health and happiness: connection. Humans are wired for connection, and as we get older, our social circles often shrink. Maybe friends move away, family gets busy, or we just don't feel as motivated to reach out. But isolation is one of the most damaging things for both the body and mind. People who maintain strong social ties have lower rates of dementia, better heart health, and even stronger immune systems. So, if it's been a while since you've reached out to someone, consider this your sign. Call an old friend, join a local group, or even strike up a conversation with someone new. It doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes a simple chat can be enough to lift your mood and boost your health. Now, let's bring it all together. You've learned the 5 things that only 5% of seniors can do after 70: maintaining functional movement, keeping the brain sharp, improving balance, supporting gut health, and adopting a positive, engaged mindset. The truth is, these aren't just habits. They're the foundation for a long, healthy, and fulfilling life. And the best part? It's never too late to start. If you've made it this far, I want to leave you with one final thought. Aging is not something that happens to you. It's something you can take control of. Every small step you take, whether it's standing a little taller, trying a new activity, or simply shifting your mindset, adds up. And if you start today, imagine how much stronger, sharper, and more energized you'll feel in the weeks, months, and years to come. So if this video inspired you, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on staying active, healthy, and vibrant at any age. Here's to living your best life, starting now.